Hey dudes, I'm Hilah, and today on Hilah Cooking, I've got a special Valentine's Day surprise for all you lovebirds out there. It's dog poison! Just kidding, it's chocolate truffles, but it actually is poisonous for dogs, so don't give these to your dogs, even if your dog is your Valentine. So chocolate truffles are pretty much like one of the most easiest little candies in the world you can make. All we're gonna need is some heavy cream, which I've got here. We're gonna put it in our little saucepan and just bring it up to almost a simmer. So keep an eye on it. It'll take a few minutes, kind of over a medium heat. You don't wanna scorch it, and just watch it. Once it starts to steam, we'll take a look, and if you see little tiny bubbles like right around the edges, just barely bubbles, turn the heat off. So we'll just wait a few minutes for that. All right, so we're gonna pour our hot cream over our chocolate. And I'm using a combination of some dark chocolate and some semi-sweet chocolate. If you want to use all semi-sweet or milk chocolate or whatever, it makes no difference to me. And we're just gonna stir this around until the chocolate is melted and it's a smooth mixture. This will probably take a few minutes. Basically what we're making here is a ganache, which is French for chocolate cream, I think. I don't know what it actually means, but you can use it to ice cakes and stuff too. With this ratio of cream to chocolate, it's gonna make a nice hard truffle center. Delicious creamy truffle, and it's gonna look like this. It's gonna look horrible. It's gonna look like it's never gonna come together, but it will. Just keep stirring it. And I do prefer to use a glass bowl for this because I think it helps retain the heat a little bit better than like a metal one would. But maybe that's just something I made up in my head. I don't know. It's starting to happen now. See that coming together? See what I mean there? See what it's doing there? And if you wanted to add some flavoring to this, you could do that. I would recommend using like an oil-based flavor, like a peppermint oil or something like that, cinnamon oil that you can get, rather than an extract. But we're just gonna do plain and simple because I like to keep things not very complicated so that my tiny brain can comprehend. So once you've got a smooth chocolate mixture, now I like to transfer it into a metal bowl because I think the metal disperses the heat quicker. Just give it a stir every 5 minutes, not a big deal. Promise you, if it was a big deal, there's no way in hell I'd be doing it. Once it gets to room temperature, we're gonna stick it in the fridge for about 3 hours until it's nice and solidified. So keep stirring. You don't actually have to stir it constantly. Once your chocolate is hard and cold, we're gonna wash your hands, remove your valuable family jewels, and then just use a spoon, or I'm using this little scooper thingy, whatever, to like kind of get little balls. You want them like a little, like maybe an inch or a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller. It doesn't really matter. The idea is, the reason that they're called truffles is because they resemble the fungus. So they can be irregular, they don't have to be perfectly round, they can be varying sizes. You could make that one truffle that sold for like $1 million and weighed like 80 pounds. You could make that out of chocolate. That'd be a cool Valentine's present, right? Okay, so it's messy. You know, sometimes it gets kind of messy up here, but we get by. So once you've got your tray filled up with balls, look at that. We're gonna put the balls back in the fridge for another hour just to get them nice and firm again. Firm balls is what we're going for. Okay, balls are nice and firm. And I've got here just some cocoa powder that I sifted to get any lumps out. And now you can add flavoring to your cocoa powder. You can have cinnamon, maybe I'll put a little cinnamon in there. You can add cayenne pepper. Maybe I'll put a little cayenne pepper in there. Spice it up a little. You can add some salt. Salt might be nice, you know, a little bit of saltiness on the outside there. And sometimes you'll see truffles that are dipped in a chocolate coating, but traditionally they are just rolled in cocoa, and the cocoa resembles the soil that is found on the outside of the natural fungus truffles. So whatever. You could call it lazy or you could call it fancy and French. Take your pick. Just want to coat them in this cocoa. And then you can give it another, if you want them a little bit rounder, once it's sort of covered in the cocoa, cup your hands gently around the ball and caress it to get it more spherical if you like, but I don't know, I like the rustic look. Y'all probably know that about me by now. I like lumberjacks and lumpy looking candies, so I just do like that. If you wanted to use like shredded coconut instead of cocoa or really finely chopped nuts, you could do all those things. If you wanted to put little centers in these, you could put like a toasted almond inside it or a hazelnut. You could do all sorts of things. The options are endless. I think they look just cute as a button. And so you can make these, you know, this weekend or whatever, but they'll stay in the fridge for like 3 or 4 weeks with no problem. So there, you can make them ahead of time. It's awesome. And they do need to be kept refrigerated, but they are best eaten if you like take them out of the fridge maybe 30 minutes before you're going to eat them. So they get a little bit warmed up and get the chocolate flavor will really brighten up on your tongue. So anyway, you're probably tired of me talking by now. So I'll just go ahead and eat one of these. How's that sound? It sounds pretty good to me, to answer my own rhetorical question. Smooth, velvety, chocolatey, bittersweet, with that cocoa outside. Oh man, it's luxurious, I tell you. There you go, there's how to make traditional French, traditional chocolate truffles. Hope you try this, hope you mix it up, try some variations, add some things to it. You know, whatever, you can have a lot of fun with this. It's really simple, basic thing to build on. So have a great weekend, everyone. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave them below in the comments. I'll get to them as soon as I can. And please subscribe and thumbs up and all that jazz. Bye.